are here to come and hike up a mountain called the Black Rock. And from here, we got all the way to the trailhead with Swindle, and it's only about a 10-kilometer hike. So I think it's like 5 kilometers up, 5 kilometers down. It's still pretty steep in elevation, it's like 870 meters. There's still quite a bit of snow up top. There's nothing below, so we're gonna see if we can make it all the way up there. And besides that, there's no other noise in the area. We're the only people here today. We've seen a few campers and jeepers on the way in. Swindle made sure that we made all the way here to the trailhead. And now all we gotta do is go up this Black Rock Mountain. So I'm gonna show you guys a better view of this entire canyon here right now. You can already tell this entire forest has been burnt down. Remnants all over the place here. And even from above, you can tell. It's just a burnt forest. And technically we're like halfway up the mountain, but you wouldn't be able to tell it from here. But we're not halfway as far as elevation goes, because we've done about 275 meters and it's like 875. So we still have a full 600 meters of elevation gained to be done in the last 2.5 kilometers. So it'll be a bit of a grind to do the rest here. But this is kind of the view of the burnt forest that you have. And the good thing is that you can still have a good view and look through the trees as you kind of come up. I guess that's the benefit that you have by hiking through a burnt forest. If you see a place like McQuaw Ridge, where I made a video, and in there you can see the trees is burnt down, but most of the trees have fallen down. But you can also compare that to a place like Waterton, where you can hike right through. All the trees are also burnt but still standing. Kind of looks a lot like this over here. This actually reminds me a lot of Bertha Lake that way. So this is kind of like the top portion of the main ridge, and as we're turning here, we're going to be going up the mountain. That's in behind me there. You can see it way up there. We're attempting to get on top of that. So we have to follow that ridge right at the front, and then we come along on the southwest side of Black Rock Mountain. We're almost in the halfway mark for elevation gain, is where you come out of the tree line. So there's a few trees in behind me there, but it's pretty thin, and you have, for the first time, a completely unobstructed view of this entire mountain and the valley. So that's where we're going, right behind there, but we're actually going around this side here. So more towards the southwest side. That ridge, you walk over top of that, and then you follow it right across through here. And I can see another ridge right in front of me that all my hiker senses just tells me you should go out there and hike there too, but that would take all day, all week, all month to hike all of these mountains for the rest of your life, really. So I'm gonna show you guys this gorgeous little view of this whole valley here. Just before the 4 kilometer mark on the trail, that's where you can kind of say goodbye to the last of the trees. And that big chunk of rock, we're kind of going around that, is my guess, from what I can tell on the maps here. This is insane. This is almost comparable to the Valley of the 10 Peaks. There's very few things that beat that, but this is almost close to that. But, so around the 4.2-ish kilometer mark, and then you kind of do this weird S around this big rock that's in behind me here. Big rock, it's more like the chunk of a mountain, like a boulder that sticks up. And there's like a little pedestal over here. I'm gonna show you guys a little view down here. The sketchy part is kind of what was in front of me here, because then after you get over here, it flattens out just in a little tiny area, and then you can just walk around that and then just keep going up, and then you have like an easy, steady slope here. Now we're gonna head back up. And we reach this kind of like false peak. It's kind of like a very flat spot on top of this Black Rock Mountain here. It's still quite a bit of snow, but then other spots where I'm standing right here, there's no snow at all. And I have my friends with me taking some pictures all along this little ridge here. And I am standing on top of a, I'm gonna guess 100 meter drop off, straight down. That is why I'm not standing too closely to the edge here, and I'm just kind of having a peek, and gorgeous little spot. And we're gonna be heading back out towards there to get, there's a little hut up there that I guess, and like a platform, so we're gonna go check that out. And I'm also gonna show you a gorgeous pano here of this whole area. on the second false summit. Feels like there's multiple false summits on this ridge here. We only have half a kilometer to go, but I'll show you guys right now. Whew. And that's the hut. You have to go on that side, obviously, and loop around to get on top of that little hut. Must be a pretty sick viewpoint up there. The viewpoint around this entire area is gorgeous, so yeah, crazy. As far as you can see now, it's just flat that way and mountains this way, because this is basically the first chain of the Rocky Mountains in this area anyway, so they start real steep over here in a hurry. This mountain actually reminds me of Mount Takara. I'll show you a picture right there. You can see a little bit of the similarities, how it's kind of really prominent on the peak portion. Let's see if we can make it up to the top of Black Rock Mountain. Peace out. I got 5.6 kilometers and 890 meters of elevation gain, and we're finally at the top. Didn't really like a little ledge ridge that we had to use to come up here. This is the only way you can get up here, and there was snow on top, which kind of helped in a way for footing, but I could see that that could be a little bit treacherous and dangerous, so you have to really watch your footing. Flat, 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 flat. You can see tiny little foothills and some of the clouds and precipitation down in the far back. It's gorgeous little views here. The other view that's in behind me there, which we had the entire way up, we got to enjoy. The only thing that sucks about being one of the first mountains on the side of, basically on the foothills, is that on the east side, you're not gonna get a new view of new mountains because there's literally just small foothills. So, but now there's a little tiny hut that they're doing a little photo op inside here right now. There's kind of a little hole in the roof. I don't know when the last time it's seen any sort of repairs. There's some people that actually hike up here and they'll stay in this little hut for the night. And then they'll wake up on top of the mountain for sunrise, get to enjoy that, and then come back down and then leave. So, I'm gonna show you a better view of this whole scenery here, taken as a panoramic right now. Some sort of repairs done on the flooring. This next person up here may need to bring some wood. So we're on the top of Black Rock Mountain, and I'm Eric Tremblay, and these are my adventures. Peace out.